What's up, internet? I'm here to make a sequel to my American problems that Europeans don't understand. This is by far one of my most successful videos on this channel, and yay for that. And I already said in that video that I'm gonna make a sequel and reverse things what Americans find weird about Europe. And if you disagree with anything that I'm about to read, that's okay. I understand that not all people are the same, and America is huge, okay? I know it's larger, and Europe is also larger. Mind you, I'm gonna speak for Slovenians here, so don't take this video as a campaign for America versus Europe, okay? We're all just here for laughter. Europeans eat pizza with a fork and knife. Yes, that is true. That is true. If you're out in a restaurant, most of the people eat pizza with fork and knife. Usually I tend to do that too, just to kind of look a little classier. But then after a few slices, I just give up and I just grab that thing, and when it's not as hot anymore, and just like shove it in my face. But that's true. Also, another thing that people looked at me really suspiciously when I was in America and I ordered a slice of pizza. I would ask for ketchup, and they would just be like, why do you need that? Also, we only have tomato sauce. Because in Slovenia, for example, if you go to a pizza place or you get a slice of pizza, you always have ketchup or mayo on the counter for you to grab and just like, you know, spray ketchup and mayo over your slice of pizza. And that freaks out a lot of people in America. They're like, oh my God, what's happening? To-go bags, boxes for food aren't available. When I first moved to America, I was baffled that groceries are being packed by other people in the supermarket. When I'm at the register, I was like, no, it's fine, I got it. And then the person who was standing there was like, no, that's literally my job, like, that's why I'm standing here. And I was like, but I can do it myself. But in Slovenia, it's been a thing for a long time that you can either grab a large shopping bag at the front of the register and then pay for it, or you usually just carried it with you. Usually Europeans, at least Slovenians, we have a lot of like, you know, these kinds of shopping bags, and then you get a large one, a very large one if you go shop for, you know, home stuff like lamps and whatever you can fit in here, basically. Each store makes their own with their own logos. And then sometimes if you're feeling funky, you get like a really nice one so you feel special. Or this one. This one is also very pretty, but it has have a nice day written on it. And then if you're just going shopping for small things, small groceries, you just take this thing. And now in pretty much every grocery store you can also buy the little bags that are reusable for veggies and fruits. Casual drinking, just being out in public with visible booze and consuming, doesn't happen in America. That is very true. That's what I missed a lot when I lived in the States. Just the fact that you can go buy, you know, a 6-pack of beer. Especially those of us who went to school in the capital city, you have this thing called the beach. So plaža, which is around the Ljubljanica river, which was the most common place to go out drinking. Everybody usually just had their own bottle of wine that they would casually sip on throughout the rest of the evening, and we would just do that. We would hang out and play games, or in the summer we would bring guitars and tambourines and other instruments and just like sing and stuff like that. And it would be a lot cheaper than going to a bar. And I miss that a lot in America. Someone also said on Quora that people calling America America is strange. This one really shocked me. Before going to Europe, I would only reference the United States as the United States. In Europe, if I said I was from the United States, people often didn't understand. It was only until I said America that the light bulb went on. What? What kind of people were you talking to? How does nobody... That is something...
America.
That is not true. I think it has to do something with the language barrier here.
America.
Because a lot of languages, when you translate United States of America, it just just sounds weird to say. For example, in Slovenian, we say Združene države Amerike. So United States would be Združene države. And it just sounds weird to say Združene države. You're going to Združene države? No. You say you're going to America. America. So people just call it America. I think that's where this comes from. Still odd. Still can't believe that happened. The next one is commenting on our tap water. Spent a summer in Germany. They had the cleanest, safest, best tasting tap water, but nobody drank it and they called it toilet water. That's true. That's very true. Tap water here is delicious, especially in Slovenia. There's no need to buy, filtered water or have a filter. You literally just drink tap and you're fine. When I first visited the States in 2012, I didn't even know how badly water will be tasting. I was in South Carolina. Everybody was telling me to just why are you drinking tap water, you crazy European? That so many Europeans love hot dogs. Do we? I always thought that was a American thing. I thought it was New York City has a lot of vendors where you can buy a hot dog. I don't know why I said it like hot dog. Your Euro bathrooms are too small, as are some of your elevators. So yeah, apparently European bathrooms are too small and our elevators are too small. Putting mayo on breads or hot dogs or gasp French fries to most Americans is rather gross, and salted candies such as black licorice makes most Americans gag. Europeans dress up better on airplanes, trains, etc., whereas too many Americans dress like slobs. I didn't know that's a European thing. I also didn't know that people dress up nicely for airplane. I would never. I mean, if I'm gonna sit there for 11 hours, you bet your sweet ass I'm gonna look like a hobo. Europeans smoke a lot. I mean, a lot. That is very true. That was a very big shocker for me when I first moved to the States, or first when I visited in 2012. Not a lot of people smoke on the street or smoke while walking. Here it's a thing. Closing and opening times for restaurants are a bit different. We don't open as late as some Europeans do. That is also something that I've noticed, yeah. For example, when it comes to clubs, usually they stay open until 3, 4 a.m., sometimes even 7 a.m. And in America, everything closes down at 2. One difference though, after 9 p.m., you cannot buy liquor anywhere. It's prohibited by law. You can only drink and get alcohol in the bar. Traveling from one country to another in the European Union is almost like driving from one state to another state in the US. Those that are in the Schengen zone, we don't have to have passports, technically. I mean, you still have to have it on you and, ID yourself at most borders. They check your ID, especially now, especially after everything that happened this year. Your electrical outlets are different, making it impossible for Americans with laptop, tablet, and desktop computers to recharge without a Euro-style adapter. Dear Ernest, you will be shocked to find that not entire Europe has the same electrical outlet. Most Euro nations do not have tipping, which is nice, but feels strange to Americans. I do believe that's what I also mentioned in my previous videos. Yeah, we are paid hourly, usually. How vastly superior Euro bakeries and pastry shops are compared to most American bakeries. I think that's true, yeah. What I did miss the most in the US was quality bread that doesn't have sugar in it. The fact that McDonald's and Burger King fast food costs more in Europe than in the US. We don't get that. It's not even healthy food. Fast food here is not a cheap way to eat. You can get a lot cheaper food in restaurants. That's why a lot of people treat it as just, a thing here and there, not as a cheap lifestyle. Yes, that's about it. Of course, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, and I have found a lot of other examples and thoughts and opinions and comments, but if I included all of them, this video would probably be 7 hours long. So what I want to do is, instead, that I know a lot of my audience is from United States, so if you've ever visited Europe or you have seen it on TV or heard it from friends, what do you find weird about it? Let me know in the comments down below, because I really am curious. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Once again, take this video with a grain of salt. This is not a holy grail or a Bible on how you must feel about Europeans or how Europeans feel about America. Please do not feel offended if you disagree with anything that I said or you don't believe what I said is correct. This is just a few people's opinion and just one person's video and a channel, so don't feel too stressed out about it. And yeah, stay awesome, stay positive, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.